Thank you, sir, for that sexy introduction. At the outset, I thank Deepak Sanjay for inviting me here and giving me an opportunity to share my thoughts, views, and concepts. I don't know why you guys switched off all the lights. Am I going to show some demonstration or something like that? Anyway. Have the audience. I thank my teachers, Professor Shashank Joshi, Dr. Deepak, and Dr. Prakash Kothari, and I beseech them to bless me always. My topic is on erectile dysfunction. We contain some images. I recommend GST. I don't know why you all are scared about it, but I recommend and preach GST. And my GST is good sex therapy. This is my last slide. So erectile dysfunction is surely a tip of an iceberg. In men, ED is endothelial dysfunction. Education, evaluation, and diagnosis early prevents early death. Low-dose PDE5 inhibitors, statins, short dose of testosterone, if low testosterone. Phytonutraceuticals are safer options. Newer treatments include microparticles, new cell-based therapies, gene and stem cell therapies. These shall be a great promise. And friends, lastly, please remember, sex really has no expiry date, so don't let your diabetes side effects. And I want to give you a very different perspective today. Erectile dysfunction is a tip of an iceberg. When you are in love, wonders happen. But when you get erectile dysfunction, you wonder what happened. It's a force. It lives in all our imagination. It touches our souls and it's present for all of us. To acknowledge or not is a defining question. In sexual dysfunction, the onus is on we physicians. We physicians don't ask our patients about mysteries of sex. We ask mysteries about allergies, surgeries, erections. But we never ask them, do you have problems in making love? We don't ask them. Patients don't come up with it. Believe if you start asking, it will open up a Pandora's box. You will not believe. They're waiting for you to initiate a dialogue on this. Adam and metabolic syndrome start with obesity, hypertension, dyslipidemia, hyperglycemia, insulin resistance. And these all also are linked to androgen deficiency. Adams and metabolic syndrome produce erectile dysfunction. ED is also associated with many comorbid conditions. We have amongst us a senior teacher here, Dr. Paresh, who has done a lot of work on testosterone. Friends, believe all diabetic men sometime or the other have testosterone deficiencies. And in comorbid conditions, erectile dysfunction almost doubles or triples. I call ED nothing less than penile attack. But today's concept of penile attack, you must understand, is nothing but it's a barometer of endothelial health. And we have evidence to prove that we have endothelial microparticles present in the cavernous tissues in excess. And the deadly quadrant of penile attack is patients who are diabetic, obese, hypertensive, and dyslipidemia. These are very important things to understand because the therapy of erectile dysfunction starts with controlling all these things. Today, diabetes is a sexual health tsunami of our century. Every 6 seconds, a person dies with diabetes, and in the same 6 seconds, to develop diabetes. There are 415 million diabetes across the globe. And friend, India is almost the diabetes capital of the world because 1/3 of these diabetics are in India. Closely, India is competing with China. So I call it China diabetes. And the commonest complication of diabetes in men is erectile dysfunction. So Chilya is the erectile dysfunction capital of the world. We have the tools, we have the listeners, we have everything what we should do to these patients and try and give them a good quality of life. So let's make India as diabetes care capital of the world. Why worry about erectile dysfunction? Why there is a panic? One, because the symptom have attack. And we all know that ED is nothing else but the earliest marker of myocardial ischemia. Montessori beautifully explained to us in the artery hypothesis that penile artery is 1 to 2 millimeter, coronary artery is 3 to 4 millimeters, internal carotid artery is 5 to 7 millimeters, and femoral artery is 9 diameter is 6 to 8. For any symptom to develop, maybe due to atherosclerosis, the cutoff of the lumen should be 50%. If 50% of the penile arteries are occluded, these patients will get erectile dysfunction. And we know atherosclerosis is generalized. The same amount of occlusion does not occlude 50% of the coronary artery or internal or femoral artery, and hence does not give the symptoms of coronary artery occlusion like stable, unstable angina or stroke, but it's progressive. So this, if we diagnose as early as possible, it could be an early marker of impending critical illness like myocardial ischemia or stroke. It's proven beyond doubt. And Indian study done by Kumar Bhatt proved that onset of ED preceded the symptoms of coronary artery disease by at least 2.5 years before almost all the patients. So we have a window period of curability to change the lifestyle, control their dyslipidemia, hypertension, diabetes, etc. So penile attack equates to heart attack. This is one thing why we should be worried about erectile dysfunction. The other thing why we should be worried about is huge study done by us, 136,000 patients. These patients came to us late and did not respond to the first line of treatment and needed intervention. A beautiful study done in Taiwan, 1 lakh patients. Most of these patients with erectile dysfunction, they had ED and developed dementia. Lastly, a beautiful study done in India. Most of these diabetics who have ED also commit suicide. In fact, Kerala is a suicide capital of the world with diabetes. And these patients were taking all the normal drugs which we normally give to our patients. They get suicidal thoughts, not because of hypoglycemia, no. It's because of the dietitians who give them a super diet, don't eat this, don't eat that, and they're living a sex-starved life. Another common epidemic in our country is hyperthyroidism, D, which is also linked. Pelvic injuries. Phosphorus is a new marker which is now used to detect early infections. Patients with atopic dermatitis and psoriasis, patients who are on so many different drugs, anti-epileptics, anti-anxiety, this, that, obstructive sleep apnea, COPD, chronic lung disease, hypertension give rise to erectile dysfunction. The drugs used for hypertension also give rise to erectile dysfunction. Raised uric acid, smoking increases the ROS and oxidative stress. Aging also increases erectile dysfunction. How do we assess it? We have various questionnaires. The best be sexual health inventory score, which is the best score. It takes care of a period of 6 months and patients we can easily diagnose the grade of erectile dysfunction, the cause of it. These are the patients who we have to reach out. How do we manage them? We need to understand, Master and Kaplan beautifully said, the male sexual response begins with the desire, leads to arousal, which is erection, and then ejaculation and solutions. The strategies to manage today, as of now, we have are A to I, this is a framework mnemonic. A is advisor on smoking, diet, and exercise. Hypertension should be brought under control, lipids should be brought under control, HbA1c less than 7. Eyes and feet friends to be examined every time when your patients come to the clinic. Don't say, go by recommendation once in 3 months or once in 6 months. No. Every time when your patient comes, please examine their eye and feet. Put them on guardian drugs like aspirin, ACE inhibitors, and statins. Work them up for heart and millions of drugs. Other tests which you do are serum testosterone, free total sex hormone binding to thyroid, FSH, prolactin. It's not to this problem, doctor studies, serum PSA, free and total. And don't forget digital rental examinations. Nocturnal benign nuisance, which we all do, is a beautiful test where we connect the tip of the pelvis and the base of the pelvis with electrodes. This is connected to a resistant and connected to a computer. and make the patient sleep for 2 to 3 nights. In deep REM sleep, every normal patient gets 3 or 4 erections which last for 15 to 20 minutes, and these will be prompted. And if these are prompted, he does not have organic erectile dysfunction. He may be having psychogenic or situational bleeding. This is how we see the erections, and here we scan in organic ED does not show any. But I don't advise my patients to go for ED scan. It's cumbersome. To sleep for 2 to 3 nights. I give them a roller of scan which I get free of cost from the post office. And I tell them to snug it tight with the shaft of the penis. If this breaks in the morning, he's normal. We do the color Doppler, the most important test to rule out neurogenic erectile dysfunction with the vocabulary. Very simple. This is the most important slide for clinically diagnosing organic and psychogenic erectile dysfunction. Please ask one simple question. In the last 1 or 2 months, have a patient got up with an erection? If he has morning erection, he is normal. Don't give them edema, he needs counsel. So the diagnosis is based on history, diabetes, hypertension, dyslipidemia, obesity, trauma, drugs, smoking, alcohol, history of morning erections, gymnastic and birth. What is novel today? What do we do? These are all the things we are regularly doing. And what will we be doing in future are platelets. Platelets are not only important for protein, they contain granules which contain mediators that promote inflammatory cell differentiation and apoptosis. In atherosclerosis, platelets increase. There are microparticles which are now studied, and we have therapeutic channels. Increased microparticles affect, and if we inhibit them, there are benefits of it. So, control of platelet microparticles and endothelial microparticles release might be of great significant value as immunomodulating therapies. Another novel thing is now we have biomarkers available. These are objective and quantifiable things, and they study the pathology. So how these pathological processes which cause bleeding can be identified. We have all known endothelial fluid, intercellular and endothelial microparticles. We also know about the intracellular cell adhesion molecule and E-selected. We have endothelial 1, plasma angiostensin 1 are the markers of endothelial damage. Serum biomarkers of inflammation also have been studied like interleukin 10. Then we have tumor angiogenic growth factors which are very important to understand hypothesis. Diagnostic value of nitric oxide, nitrates which are the derivatives of nitric oxide can also be estimated. Future serum biomarkers include transforming growth factor, tissue plastinogen activated homocysteine. These are all in the pipeline and have been extensively used in research and are now will be soon in the market. How do we treat? This is the first part of the problem. How do we manage? What are the things which we today have? Please understand this. This is the schematic diagram of a cavernous tissue. This is the vascular endothelial cell which contains endothelial nitric oxide synthase. The neuronal endothelial cells containing neuronal nitric oxide synthase. These two synthetases potentiate the nitric oxide present to enter into the cavernous smooth muscle and convert monosine triphosphate into cyclic monosine monophosphate with the help of an catalytic enzyme called guanylate cyclase. This cyclic GMP relaxes the smooth muscles of the cavernous and allows the blood to flow inside. But sadly, this cyclic GMP hydrolyzes into 5-GMP with the help of PD5 and also CGMP inhibits the calcium to go out and hence there is a relaxation. So what do we need for a good erection? Most important, we need a good endothelium. We need nitric oxide. We need guanylate cyclase activators and stimulators. We need CGMP to be present in more bioavailable forms of the blood rich in cytokines. And we need something to block PD5. So if we have understood this, the therapy becomes very simple. The treatment modalities which we have today are oral therapies and counseling, injection into the intracavernous tissue and counseling, vacuum therapy and counseling, intraurethral drugs like prostaglandin and counseling. If all these fail, we advise the patients to do surgery, which is nothing but anastomosis or implants, and counseling. So friends, counseling forms the mainstay of treatment of erectile dysfunctions. So what's new in the management of strategy of erectile? For this we must understand one very simple thing. Should we consider erectile dysfunction as a symptom or should we consider it to be a disease? If we consider it to be a symptom, erection on demand is the need. So we give them pharmacotherapy. Oh, he wants to have an erection. It's like common cold. We take cetirizine, etc. It's all right, but that's not a cure. But if you consider it to be a disease, permanent modification of the natural course of the disease is expected at the end of which it should be cured. For this, we have pharmacotherapy. For this, if we consider it to be a disease, which it is, we have regenerative medicines and phytonutricents. Another thing, what is new is, what are we going to get at the end? Do we consider these patients to be at the risk of heart disease? Yes. For them, oral therapy is safe. If you have low testosterone, maybe replace with the low free testosterone. Any psychological issue needs sex therapy. Any premature ejaculation anomaly needs sex therapy. Any penile deformity may need surgery. The three PD5 inhibitors which we have are sildenafil, tadalafil, budesonide according to GCI. All these are same PD5 inhibitors, but they have different kinds. They have same structure, but the mechanism is different. PD5 inhibitors, especially sildenafil, has been worked out very well. These for patients with erectile dysfunction who wish to prioritize high efficacy, sildenafil 50 mg appears to be the treatment of choice. Men who wish to optimize tolerability should take tadalafil 10 mg or switch to budesonide 100 mg in cases of insufficient efficacy. Most of these PDE enzymes exist everywhere in our body, though that's why we have side effects of flushing, headache, nasal congestion, dizziness, dyspepsia, visual disturbance, priapism also. They have high complications. They also have some lead. And Deepak, my friend, he studied patients with tadalafil and found these patients getting central serous chorioretinopathy, which disappeared once the drugs were stopped. These drugs definitely have contraindications with recent cardiovascular and mainly nitrates. If your patients are on nitrates or have postural hypertension or any form of hyper, please don't do that. There are definite interactions with nitrates at cytochrome 450 greater than that. A novel drug is PD5 because it's got less PD6 and PD11 enzyme inhibition. A novel molecule, safe. If they have problems with sildenafil, they can very well take budesonide. But today in this world of Viagra, most of these patients who took Viagra did not reorder. Why? Because they were not aphrodisiacs, they were just vasodilators. They did not improve the relationship. They became mechanical. They had to plan their sex. So it's not. So what do? Do we have something beyond PD5 inhibitors? Yes, we do have. But we must understand why PD5 inhibitors did not work. The most important thing didn't work because most of these patients did not take it in an optimum dose. They took it in a pediatric dose of 25 mg or 10 mg or something like that. And they took it, sildenafil especially, they took it just 5 to 10 minutes before the meals. And they did not stimulate themselves. So these are the reasons why PD5 inhibitors fail. A lot of studies to prove that PD5 inhibitors are much better available today and have. So when these patients don't respond, what do? Do we have something to strategize these non-responders? Yes, we have. We can give them PD5 inhibitors on chronic dosing, scheduled or on daily. Tadalafil 3 times a week, 20 mg work very well. But the best for every diabetic friends today is low dose PD5 inhibitors, such as tadalafil, to be given for a longer time. That's the best. And on the day when they want to have sex, they can have a 10 mg of tadalafil more. This tadalafil improves endothelial dysfunction, improves lower urinary tract symptoms, and also reduces the symptoms of BPH. So chronic therapy with PD5 inhibitors is a valid choice. Is erection? How can we treat? Are the chemists, do they have a license to take? No, they don't have. But we find PD5 inhibitors are sold over the counter like anything. Friends, it is not their forte to give the PD5 because they don't counsel them well. We are supposed, we have the licenses. And if sometimes if they want response earlier, they can take bioavailable films, which are now dissolving for S film, sildenafil, E film, which is available. A A lot of advantages of this are there. What is new in the treatment? This is the newer, novel therapy which are available. Avana pill, which is so hit the market, action starts with Avana. Lasts for about 6 to 8 hours. These can also be given to patients who are on nitrates. But only caution is, we have to skip nitrates on the day when they are taking. SLS 2101, half-life 48 hours. Mirodonafil, lodanafil. My friend Dr. Jyoti uses insulin pumps, controls the sugar and found better results. Mayo Clinic recommends L-arginine for erectile dysfunction because L-arginine initiates the process of erectogenic mechanism by increasing the nitric oxide. Local application of nitric oxides are available today. In men, they improve erections. In people, they improve clitoral sensitivity, arousal, and pleasure. We have used, we have cock rings, we have extracorporeal low intensity shock wave therapy, surgical treatment, we have benign implants which are available. They all have risks. And here, what we are doing, we are just improving the erections, but we are not taking care of the desire. And desire is, so there exists a very care. She has a desire and he does not have a desire. And desire is all in the mind, it's all because of the testosterone. All diabetics are testosterone deficient. The free testosterone which is needed, which decreases as we age much earlier than LSH and LH starts to rise. So when we replace, though it has benefits, they have potential side effects. There are contraindications to testosterone replacement in elderly with comorbid conditions. So the answer is 5 to 10%, especially L-arginine with phenol-3, which has a free testosterone-like effect. These are available today, combined with so many things. Nitric oxide, friends, is a cellular currency. There are enough studies to prove that the science behind it increases or expands the blood vessels by 26%. Nitric oxide also reduces as we age, so there is no harm in giving L-arginine, which is a nitric oxide donor. What's new? Vascular endothelial growth factor is new. Molecular targets are platelets, microparticles, myeloperoxidase, hemoxidase, sodium hydroxyurea, and all. Gene therapy has been tried. Stem cells is the answer which will be giving a beautiful result. Your 3 authentic studies proved in diabetic patients that they had very good results. They are also combined with PD inhibitors. Blue light will change the whole scenario. You do not need to stimulate the cell. PD inhibitors. Nanotechnology is also now being studied. So these are the things which we can have as regenerative therapy, as novel therapies which can be cured. So if we consider it to be a disease, this is the option we have. Certain pearls of wisdom, there are erection enemies like smoking, alcohol, stress, drugs, obesity. I work for Bombay Police and I look at the belts. So dropping belt sign is a bad sign. This is a take-home message for all of you friends. If you are embarrassed, ask your patients the histories of sexual dysfunction, especially in the males. When they come here, just take the CBC. In CBC, find out the total platelet count and the lymphocyte count, and take a ratio of platelet and lymphocyte. If you find it is less than 104, he has got no erectile dysfunction. If it's more than 104, he's got mild erectile dysfunction. If it's got 116 and above, it's moderate. If it is 136 and above, it's severe erectile dysfunction. This is the way you can at least screen your patients who have erectile dysfunction if you don't want to ask. We are doing a big study in JJ. International Institutional Ethics Committee has approved of it. Yoga helps. There are a lot of good foods. Variety is the spice of life, which you should understand. Husbands watch porn, wives working in the. What is the signal the husband is giving to her? That he likes the girl in the movie more than the wife, which is wrong. Watch porn together, nothing wrong. Criticize the girl in the movie more, which is required. After play, the consent does not exist. Man ejaculated, girl themselves on the other side and consider their partner to be a CP. What is after play? Once you ejaculate, you should hug your partner. Kiss her, thank her, compliment her, tell her she was awesome, she was beautiful, and do everything what we can do to take your hand. This is a must. Any good looking girl, anybody would compliment, tell her, oh, she's gorgeous. But if you are complimenting and thanking your partner in the bedroom, you're giving her a signal you like her the way she is, which speaks minds. Avoid smoking. Love each other unconditionally. Increase the romance. There is no tax or GST on romance. Use 64 different positions rather than using 64. Use position which suits you. What women can do regarding this, never give many pressures. We are exposed to so much of erotic material. It's all about love and understanding. Unless we love and we are in love, we are all alone.
So can we have some questions?
A woman is a masterpiece of God. She is the best phenomenon in the world. Feminism needs to be admired by every male, needs to be adored and respected. Adding of importance will always be there. Need to control the metabolic imbalance, lifestyle modification, give time, trust. It does affect the individual and relationship, but it's not an option, not for anyone. It's how gracefully we handle the process and how lucky we are as the process. So when we are in love, wonders happen. When we get erectile dysfunction, don't wonder what happened, because today we have so many things to give that for. Have realistic expectations. Be monogamous. We have a life, birth and death. Whatever happens to us between birth and death is all because of the choices we make. We have wisdom, so let's make the right choices. My serious plea to all is, ask your patients for erectile dysfunction. It's a harbinger of death. PD5 inhibitors are not an issue. We are aware of its impact, we have the wisdom, we have the tools, we must act. So ED is endothelial dysfunctions. Early diagnosis can prevent early death. Low-dose PD5 inhibitors, statins, phytonutraceuticals are safer options. Newer treatments include microparticles, newer cell-based therapies, gene and stem cell therapies. These are all great options. Sex really has no expiry date, so don't get your diabetes diagnosed. Thank you all for your love.
Thank you very much.